Alright. What?
Hi, it's FudgeMuppet live from the doctors.
Alright, go. What's happening, YouTube? It's Michael here.
With Scott, and in this video we'll be both bringing you the Beggar.
The Beggar is a very interesting build, and originally the concept came from a brainstorming sesh we had. You know, we were mucking around making jokes. Scott was all suggesting stupid ideas, and he's like, "Oh yeah man, let's make the Beggar." And you know, we're sitting there and we're like, "Oh wait, it's not a bad idea." And with that, the Beggar was born.
The Beggar hadn't been the most popular choice, although it was constantly being requested in the comments, but when it came to the voting on Facebook, it just wasn't pulling through. Well, now you have it, folks. It is here, and it's looking very cool, so let's get to it.
Alright, to give you a quick feel for the build, it's sort of like Robin Hood got trapped in a pissed off kitten. Now, the reason he's pissed off is because he's not happy with how things are. I mean, he grew up in a temple, and upon moving to Skyrim, he's become appalled by the greed of its people. So as the Beggar, you could sort of... Okay. So as the Beggar, if you could see my hands, I'm doing finger quotes. You actually... No, I'm not. I'm lying.
Just keep going.
So as the Beggar, if you can see my hands, I'm doing finger quotes. You're actually not only an expert in hand-to-hand combat, but you're also proficient in stealth and thievery. Now, due to his selflessness, the Beggar isn't after material gain, so he uses his talent to steal from the rich and give to the poor.
In this video, you'll notice we exaggerate this majorly, often dropping sums of expensive items in front of one person. But unless you want to see us feed people cheese, you get the idea. Now, before we talk about the adventurous crusades of transporting food all around Skyrim, I'll just explain the aesthetics of the character. So in the disguise of the Beggar, you're going to want to look the part. Now, if you play a male Khajiit like we did, and you should,
I'll kill you.
I highly recommend ragged trousers instead of the cliche rough spun tunic.
Fucking fashion advice 101.
Because if you put full muscle on, it makes you look poor. But people know not to mess with you.
Yeah, you don't want to look. You want to look poor. I mean, looking poor is good. It's in. Yeah, it's like hipsters. All right. Yeah, I love the.
Smooth transition.
Yeah, I love the look of that character, and with ragged trousers, you also get to show off some bling if that's your thing. And keeping with the theme of simple but awesome, make the face really strong looking, but keep it basic, so take it easy on the hair. Now, if you're a bit of a slow coach and haven't noticed, we are using unarmed. And at the start of the game, you'll find it to be even more effective than weapons. Unless you want to stay on level 1, things are going to get tricky. So the guide to being a Beggar has 3 rules. Rule number 1, don't level up skills you don't need to level up. If you do this, you're gonna have a bad time. Enemies will level as you progress and your unarmed skills won't do shit.
Although the Beggar isn't a major...
character.
Although the Beggar isn't a magic character, rule number 2, use enchanting a lot.
Yeah, we know the rules, as you can see.
Like, I cannot stress the importance of this enough. You need to treat enchanting as a major skill. You've got to run down the ratways and get the gloves of the pugilist. Is that it? ASAP. Disenchant them. Cover yourself in cheap-looking bling and enchant it with Fortify Unarmed. Now, I won't lie to you guys, and I usually don't approve of cheating, but if you're willing to, definitely exploit this build. If you're playing this build, you're heavily role-playing, and if you're heavily role-playing, don't worry about ruining the game. Because the fun with a Beggar comes from his actions, not from dragon slaying and giant hunting.
Exactly, so if you want to do what we did, use the alchemy loop and enchant a silver ring with a decent amount of unarmed damage. Not 900,000 damage, but say, you know, maybe 150, so you can still semi-realistically kick ass against humans on level 81, but you can't one-shot out of one. Remember, you're role-playing a powerful character, but not a god. Lastly, rule number 3, stick to unarmed unless you pickpocket a weapon and use it for an assassination, which after then you must drop. Although, hopefully, if your enchanting goes well enough, you won't need weapons because your unarmed should be stronger. Now, as always, we'll leave a perk link in the description below, but I'm sure you can tell the skills we'll be using are sneak, pickpocket, lockpicking, and enchanting. Unfortunately, there is no unarmed skill, which I really wish there was, especially for perks and new combat moves, which isn't a bad idea for the next Elder Scrolls.
On the topic of unarmed, the Beggar has mastered all 3 martial styles, known as Goutfang, Whispering Claw, and Rowlith Card. In terms of role-playing, it explains his ability to adapt to many situations and fight against a variety of weapons and combat tactics. And touching on the topic of thievery once more, remember to try pickpocketing, trespass, break an entry, and target rich places that give you what you steal to the poor.
And
Just
go.
rob rich places and give the shit to the poor. Also be moral as you can. Don't rob temples. You know what's right.
I'm sure they
The
do.
price is right.
Right. Okay, so have you heard the word? Well, there's the word. Okay, so if you guys... Oh, shit, we're finished. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this build as much as we did. It's a bit different, but we loved making it, so with any luck, you guys will love it too. Alright, so obviously it's come to the end of the video, which means that it's time to discuss the build you want to see next fortnight. In the running, once again, we have the Pirate, a very charming female Redguard who is, well, you know, a pirate. Centurion, who is a very Imperial-themed soldier, sort of like a War Machine character. And the new build we have now to offer is the Telvanni, which is a Telvanni wizard.
Now, like always, to vote for your choice, head over onto our Facebook page and go like it and vote there. Yes, you have to. If you comment your choice on YouTube instead of voting on Facebook, you will be stabbed. If you love our builds, please subscribe to FudgeMuppet for more. Remember to check out our Facebook page in the description, and like always, a huge thank you to our subscribers, and subscribe. And thank you, and subscribe. And we'll see you next fortnight.
No, we won't.